Hey, you want to see somebody get stabbed? Well, now you can if you live in like 500 BC, which you probably don't. That was, I don't know, like 2000, like 500 years ago. Now you're probably wondering, why would I want to see somebody get stabbed? That's terrible. Well, shut up. In the time of like way back then, the only entertainment was going down to the Coliseum and watching some criminal or slave get stabbed because like poker wasn't invented. So what else would you do? Now, let's start with the beginning of like blood sports and like the beginning of gladiator fights with the Etruscans. So like a chief or someone with high standing in society, um, would die, and then their slaves or their warriors or whatever would fight to the death, to honor them, the gods, to honor the gods. Um, and then people just kind of started showing up to those just to see people fight because, that's entertaining. Why would you not want to see somebody get stabbed? I've already talked about this. Now that's pretty rad, just stabbing people to to sacrifice to the gods. That's pretty cool. But like, entertainment's also pretty cool, and it slowly just changed from a way to respect um, the gods and the dead to just entertainment. So like, I don't actually know how a lot of sports work because it's not something I'm interested. It's boring to me. But I do know that like people do different things in like a sports team, like a quarterback. I don't know what that is. I know it exists, but like the Gladiators had something similar to that, where they'd get like they'd play some kind of character, which is not exactly the same, but it's the closest connection I could make. Let me say the list because it's a weird list, man. It's crazy. There's the Mermola. The Mermila. The Mermila, I think, is what I read. Maybe. The Thraxes. The Retires. The Esidarius. And the Hopolamachus. Obviously. I mean, it's just, it's basic knowledge. Come on. So, yeah. Now you're probably thinking, Brad, I'm bored. I know I've seen so many people get stabbed. It gets repetitive. Over time. And for starters, how do you know my name? I will. Well, anyways, you simple-minded buffoon. You can also watch animals kill people. That's not necessarily gladiators, but it was still entertainment. It was entertainment in the Coliseum, where criminals would be sentenced to death by mauling by like a lion or something. And that's pretty cool. Like, seeing a criminal, like maybe he like, I don't know, stole something, and he gotta get punished. So feed him to the lions. It's pretty good. Wow, wow. Would you look at that? I'm running out of things to talk about, but like, bottom line, the gladiators, they were pretty cool, and they influenced our like society, and just our entertainment pretty sufficiently. Like the John Wick movies. That's just hours of people dying and getting stabbed or shot or anything like that. Like there's no way we weren't somehow influenced by the gladiators fighting, and just the idea of blood sports most certainly influenced our entertainment. And I hope you enjoyed this video, because I didn't. Because the entire time writing the script, I had a terrible sunburn on my arm, and it was so much pain, and I wanted to die. And I was also sick for half of it, so that was fun too. And this has been my basement.